the working condition is nothing to be compared with what is outside here. The working condition is one whereby you have to use a lot of your initiative. You have to go the extra mile to get things to work. Then when you talk about the emoluments, the money being paid, the salaries, the wages, there are a lot of issues around there, and you're not going to tell a man that has responsibilities to stay back and watch in the country, and meanwhile his colleagues are making money outside. Now, why this thing increases is that most of us, we are all in the same class. We are all classmates in medical school, and it's somehow when you see your own classmates counting pounds, making a lot of money from pounds, and you are being patriotic, it gets to the point where it no longer makes sense. Because if you are not listening, if you're trying to listen to yourself, your family, your friends will start talking to you, and then you have to see reasons why you have to leave. So for those of us that are still here, I would like to use the word "still here,"
which there's a tendency of you shifting.
The truth of the matter, Andrew, is that I think we should have this discussion again sometime by early February next year,
and we'll see how many more might have left at that
because
time.
we have the greatest chunk leaving around December, January. That January we have a chunk leaving, because most times the UK calendar has it. Okay, you can start your program, your profession in the UK by that time. Then the next time we have the huge chunk is after summer, August, September. So I think it's around those times that we should know how many we are, because I can tell you categorically that the 10,000 resident doctors we are talking about by January next year, by the late January or middle February, we'll be talking about 30% of that will be gone.
How are you pushing? What are doctors doing? What can doctors do to cause the government to bring attention to these things, or the management of any health institution across the country that is owned by the government, to address this problem before we have something that we can no longer control?
Okay, thank you very much, Andrew. I think this problem has to be from top down, not down up. Now, it has to do with health financing. Look at whatever the budget for next year is going to be like. We take health financing for a joke. I think for us to get this thing, we should get serious. Let's get serious. 2023 is already by the corner. You have to start with stopping those people that we voted from going out of the country. Let us stop joking with all these things, because people will just die and we take it for a joke. Now, let us start. It's the easiest way to start. Take it from me. Stop those we voted to office to go outside and seek health care, and you see the change in our health institutions. Don't put the pressure on whether resident doctors or even on unions, because this is at the case of political will. It's at the point of political will. Those we vote into office should not go out. I'll tell you for true that the only person that we manage in UPTH that we say is a big wit over this time is the father-in-law of the governor. You will hardly see any, even local government chairman.
They don't come to the UPTH.
They don't come to UPTH.
Wait. I'm trying to understand this. Now I'm understanding your point. So the only big figure you would say that you have
that I've seen
that has a political connection or anything,
yes,
is the
father-in-law of the governor of Rivers State. He's the only one that had come.
And how often?
No, just once. So we don't see them. They don't come. But let us take it and swallow that UPTH, as we talk both in Rivers State as a whole and in South geopolitical zones, have the highest amount of professionals, I mean different specialists of doctors on ground at a particular time. You cannot get that. And take it or leave it too, there are some medical conditions that we need a multi-specialty approach, and those conditions are not better to be managed in a private hospital. If you ask me, because of financial reasons too, they are better managed in UPTH. But now the point here is that we do a lot of health tourism in Nigeria. Those that should come and then see how our hospitals are and make it better. I'm not even using the hospital facilities. The way this problem should be solved is to stop up public servants. We can start with the political leaders, and then we go down to public servants of a particular cadre. If we do that, and you know that when you grow in public service, civil service, it means that you may not be able to use other hospitals outside the country. You will make sure the hospitals around are good. Now, part of the things why doctors leave this country is when you work and you're not satisfied, you don't get that joy of satisfaction. Now, when you want to work and you don't have what you need to work, or when you're overworked because there are no more doctors in the country, you don't have any other option but to leave. Now, we are the issues are profound, but I think the way we can start with solving of this problem is to stop the political class from using health facilities abroad. Okay. And then even if it gets so bad, we bring it down to those that are high in civil service above a particular rank. Should not use
PAMSEC.
Yes, should not
some
use.
PAMSECs will say, Andrew, don't say that.
No, that is the only way we can solve this problem. If we start doing that, we'll get our health facilities right.